Welcome to the We Have a Meeting podcast, a podcast all about linking the innovators and influencers in the world of sales and marketing directly with you. Welcome to another episode of Trench Tips with myself, Zach Thompson, and
Jack Zac.
We've never done that before. I don't know if I like it.
We haven't. I liked it.
This week we wanted to talk about tonality. It's often the hardest thing to teach, probably the most overlooked thing. I would say probably the most integral to the success of the call. And I thought Jack would be a great person, as he's recently been out doing sales training. We've had our first week with our own team this week. So obviously Jack's been training those as well. And obviously sitting with them and seeing perhaps how calls can go really well and perhaps how calls can need a bit more work. So, Jack, let's start off with something a bit weird.
Okay.
So,
I like it when you say that. I want to ask something weird. You like that?
So give me a bad tone. So start off with a call. I'll be the prospect. I'll pick up the phone.
Okay.
Hit me with the bad tonality. Yeah. Let's hear what it sounds like a bad tone. Say the right things, but in the wrong way.
Okay.
Ring.
Hey, is that Zach?
Whoa. I've got to ring first.
Sorry. Okay, ring.
Hello.
Is that Zach?
Yeah.
Zach, you're probably going to hate me for this. It's actually a sales call. I don't know if that makes you want to hang up or let me have 30 seconds. It's up to you.
What?
I don't know if you want to hang up or let me have 30 seconds. It's up to you.
Yeah, I want to hang up, actually.
Yeah. Okay, that's fair. That's really fair. What have I seen across the board? And I think you see a lot of people on the phones, and kind of we've done audits with different companies, and you kind of really get into different people's things. Tonality is key. I think pace is probably a huge thing that falls into that bracket of how they sound, because I've started to learn, and I think you have as well, you can say the right things in the wrong way.
Mm.
And I always thought it was, you need to say the right things and you'll get success. That's actually not true. I think you could say the wrong things in the right way and get success.
Yeah, I remember when I first started off on the phones, I used to start off too high. So I'd start the call really high, and your voice is breaking because it feels like you need to keep getting progressively higher.
Yeah.
So you start off like, hi, from there, like that really friendly voice. But there's a reason why that film trailer voice in the 90s, there's a reason why that guy goes, this summer. He doesn't go, this summer, there's a bit of a film coming out, and it's going to be great.
A bit of a film. Little lad from Bolton. No, I love it. And when we kind of started, you were like, right, okay, you're saying all the right things. Now, your tonality, there's a reason people trust politicians, and they have like a lower registration.
No, it's that people typically vote for politicians that talk in a certain way, so have a certain timbre to the voice.
Right.
So it might not be the same anymore, but typically people would vote for people who have that lower register. It's more authoritative and more believable. If you're talking in that higher, everything's a question type tone, then people just don't believe a word that you say. So,
and I think that's it. It's that everything's a question, and it's
exactly. So give us then. Let's do the opposite. So give us some things that go. Give us a proper call, a proper opener.
All right.
Ring. Hello.
Hi, is that Zach?
Let me say hello first, though, mate. Yeah.
Sorry. I've not been on the phone in a couple of days.
Hello.
Hi, is that Zach?
It is.
Zach, you're probably going to hate me for this. It is actually a sales call. I don't know if that makes you want to hang up or let me have 30 seconds. It's entirely up to you.
So talk me through that a bit. What happened there? I
really slow it down, and I really think the pauses are something that so many, it's that two ears and one mouth. Like, slow it all down. Keep it simple. It's like, you're probably going to hate me for this. It's like I'm about to deliver a joke, or I'm about to tell you, like, here's the punchline. This is the bit you've been waiting for. You're probably going to hate me for this. Whoa, pause. The whole world stops for a minute. What is he going to tell me that's going to make me hate him?
Yeah.
And then when you say, it's actually a sales call, the relief, the blood that just rushed to your head goes back down. You say, "It ain't that bad, baby. It ain't that bad."
All right, let me give you mine. You ready for this?
Okay.
Ring, ring.
Hello.
Hello, is that Jack?
Yeah.
Jack, I'll be honest, because I'm sure you get a lot of these. It's actually a sales call, so I don't know if you hate salespeople and want to throw your phone against the wall.
You know what you're doing, which I love. You're whispering. It's like such a soft voice. So if you can see me on the camera, I'm going closer and closer. I'm like, and I'm drawn in, which means because I'm getting closer, I can stop now. But because I'm getting closer, I'm really listening to you. And it's not just like you're talking, I'm listening.
Yeah. Meditation app tone, but then I don't change the actual way I speak too much. It's still very human. But there is that delivery.
It's that thing of like phone voice. People get on the phone and they say, right, okay, I'm gonna, they go, hello, where's this phone voice? You don't sound like that.
Yeah.
If you're in a pub, how would you talk to your mates?
That's a good one.
I'm not saying start shouting, yo, white boy, what you saying, bruv? Like, it's not about how you'd actually talk to your mates, but it's like, how would you genuinely talk to a human being? Why are you putting this voice on?
Yeah. The other bit that I've noticed, so that bit you might nail, and they say, well, what's it about? And then it's like ruffling of papers. Here's my script. And I'm going to start sounding like I'm reading something to you now. I've done the bit, and now I'm moving to this like reading a pitch to you. Have you noticed that as well?
Yeah. So, and that's, I think you can like, it's like you're thinking on your feet. So it's like, we're usually welcomed in by ambitious and successful companies in SaaS, e-commerce, technology, butcher shops that are, do you know what I mean? And you go, that might be struggling with the following problems. So they don't get in front of enough people. They don't get in front of the right types of people, or, do you know what I mean? And it's like a bit more human. Or maybe you're probably going to tell me, instead of going, you're probably going to tell me none of that applies in your world. That's a bit like, oh. You're probably going to tell me none of that applies in your world.
I had a new client this week who they sell a software platform. It's quite complex. It does a lot of things, but they sell it to people who aren't interested in complexity. So they're selling it to I don't want to give it away, but they're selling it to people who are not interested in complexity. They've got a job that's quite manual and they don't want to be bogged down with all the ins and outs of a software platform. It's not like you're selling it to data engineers or something. It's the total opposite, but it is still business owners. So I was looking at what they do. Like, right, I need to really simplify this pitch. So I was ringing them up and I was doing the same opener, the normal opener. And they said, well, what is it first? And I said, well, it's a bit of software that might make your life a bit easier, but that might still make you want to hang up on me. Well, no, go on. What does it do? Well, normally we're invited in by directors who are sick to death of having everything on 67,000 spreadsheets, or worse, trying to keep track of everything in their head. You might tell me that you're really organised and everything's perfect. And normally they're going, well, no, I wouldn't. Or they're saying, yeah, I've got something already, and that's fine, disqualified. But it was either they've got something already, or no, I wouldn't say that. And they normally laugh. No, I wouldn't say that at all. I'm really unorganised. Oh, are you? Yeah. Is that, I mean, for some people, they don't mind being disorganised. It's not really having an impact. No, it is having an impact. Oh, is it?
Right.
Yeah, and it's like sort of conversational push and pull. I really don't like when people just say fair enough as well. Good. Okay, great. Cool. Great, fair enough. Cool.
Just say nothing. It's okay. What did Ronan Keating say?
You say it best when you don't close me off. No.
Something like that. I think they were the lyrics. So what do you think, if we talk about tonality and pace, what do you think are the three takeaways that are the most important thing?
I think the actual tone, the register that you start with, whether you start high or low.
Yeah.
There's a little bit of mirroring that I think needs to happen as well. So if someone starts off unfriendly or a bit abrasive, you shouldn't be trying to like kill them with kindness. I can over-friendly a person that's not that friendly. But equally, if someone answers and they're quite happy and chirpy, you should probably try and get there a bit as well if you can.
Yeah. I did this for mirroring the other day. I had a bloke and he was in a car and the car alarm was going off, so I started mirroring the car alarm.
How do you mean?
It was a bit like that. So imagine you're talking
All right. Hello. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it was,
And in the background, a
the,
car alarm's going off. So I started going, and I was mirroring the car alarm, and he was really receptive to it.
was it? It was.
No,
Oh, I feel like you're really here with me. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna buy into
I
this.
feel like you're really understanding my problems.
I think the pace as well is obviously important, and trying to make it not actually sound like you're reading off a script, which is probably the hardest bit, but just to get it embedded in yourself. People have got this, I think, quite this ingrained authenticity detector. You can just tell when there's something not right about this conversation.
Yeah, it's your gut feeling, isn't it?
Yeah, you're not really talking to me here. Something in between us. It's a script, or you're a bit robotic. There's something not quite happening.
Exactly.
So those would be my things. Would you add anything to that?
No, I think it's right. I think just slow. Like I always say in my workshops, when you think it's a good pace, slow it down.
Yeah.
Like you're always going too fast. Like until you're level 99, it's always too fast. You'll be like, you're probably gonna hate me for this.
Yeah.
But like even just a few seconds faster, you're probably gonna hate me for this. That's like, what do you know what I mean? Feed it out, slow it down.
Yeah, I'd agree. And then there's that piece on the pitch and the listening as well. The tonality of listening to someone, saying stuff back to them. If they said something funny, we're all talking funny. But if they've gone, yeah, to be honest with you, it's a nightmare. God, that sounds frustrating. You know, really, there's almost like an empathetic tone that you can put across.
You can't be the same person on every call. But I always struggle with that. It's like the person I am with you isn't the person that I am with my mum, and it's not the person that I am with my girlfriend. Like you will have different versions of yourself, or if I'm going to a business meeting, the foundations are there. But it's okay to wear different hats. Like you will be different versions of yourself. Why would you not bring a different version to work? You've got a job to do. I'm not saying you're an actor, but you know what you're doing is you have to deliver things. You're going to be a different version of yourself with these people. So why would it not flip between someone that's a hard-faced managing director to a softly spoken data analyst?
Yeah, I agree with that. I think it's just trying not to. Some people put on TV presenter voice or robotic voice or
welcome to Top of the Pops.
Yeah, exactly. This summer.
Exactly. So yeah, I think there's some great takeaways in there.
I agree. Right. Well, thank you, Jack, for your insight as always. This has been Trend Tips with myself, Zac Thompson,
and Jack Frimpston. That's our radio presenter voices. Love it.
Join us again for more tips, and if you've got anything you'd like us to discuss, then hit me and Jack up. Comment on these. Let us know, and we'll be happy to dissect, analyse, take the piss out of ourselves, whatever you need us to do.